Dogs, a man's best friend. We love our fluffy little friends. So much so, we spend £5 million on them each year here in the UK. And every penny is worth it. Until they run away.
Benton!
Which is what happened to us this week. Mickey, aka Mick the Lick, Mickey Moo, decided to go on his own little adventure. Shush you. So it was Sunday night and the family was helping my mum move house. All the dogs were there, Ernie was there too, and we'd finished up, packed up, and my mum had got everything into her new house, so it's in a completely different area, and Mickey decided to go out by himself, go for a little walk, and get lost because he doesn't know the area. Like everyone does today, we put it on social media and the support we got was absolutely insane. Between me and Boo, we got like over 2,000 shares. Everybody was out looking on the streets. Unfortunately, that night, on the first night, he got hit by a car. A little old lady was driving down Rochdale Road and clipped his back end. And apparently he did a roll. Someone saw it, tried to catch him, but he'd ran off. He'd ran down Angerstein Road, and literally that was the last time we saw him that night. So we was all out looking till like 11 o'clock at night, and at this point we thought he's going to be in a bush, he's been hit by a car, we don't know how injured he is. But at the end of the day, we'd looked everywhere where we thought he'd be, so it was quite hard to then go home and then hope that he made it through the night. So the next day comes, we all go out looking. Luckily, me and my brother had the week off work. It's like the stars aligned. He was then seen at someone's house, scratching at their door. So she came to the front door, but she had a cat. So she then went to go take her cat back in, which then Mickey saw the opportunity to jump the fence and run off. So at this point, we knew he was alive. We knew he wasn't that injured. And then again, we didn't see him for the rest of the day. He kept doing this. Again, looked everywhere, day and night. People were out until like 2 in the morning. Me and Boo went back out some days at like 3 in the morning. Nothing, couldn't find him. The second day, on the hill next to it, he was seen on Hamilton. Again, he was in someone's garden. She came home from work, pulled into her drive. Mickey was behind some bins. He then got scared, ran away, and was seen running down the hill. Again, this was the last time we saw him, and we just couldn't figure out how he was doing it. Like, everybody knew what this dog looked like. Everybody was out looking for him. Ernie, shush. If you want to be in the video, come here. Everybody was out looking, and we just could not figure out how to catch this dog. In the end, we had dog trainers, proper professionals looking for Mickey, and we just could not figure out, even they couldn't, but they was massive help, to be fair. They was telling us to leave trails of clothes all the way back to the house, which we did. And then, again, the end of the day came, and we was just like, right, he's going into his third night now, it's getting colder, it's the wrong time of year to go missing, really. We're starting to, is he eating, is he drinking, is he getting the nutrition he needs? We was all starting to give up hope. And then on the third day, he was spotted at a pond, a nearby pond. This is the furthest away he'd been from home. Me and Boo at 9 o'clock at night went down to the pond where he was last seen, but he was seen at 5 o'clock and we didn't get the message till 9 o'clock, so it was too late. He could have been anywhere at this point. But when we got down there, the police were there. The police were looking for a man in trouble, I think. But they had police dogs out, and we was asking the guy with a police dog, and he basically said, listen mate, I've been around here for the last hour. If he was in here, my dog would have found him. So that gave us some sort of hope. At least he's not in here. So we believed that. Again, went home that night. We was living off of quavers, crisps, biscuits. We wasn't eating properly. We was all really, really, really down because it came at the worst possible time. And again, we woke up the next day and we went out searching. It was me, Boo, and my brother Jack in the car just searching. So many other people. I can't go through all their names because there was that many people. The effort from everyone was absolutely amazing. We went out that day hoping to get a glimpse of him. It was a tough night for him, and we didn't see anything. So it had now not been seen for over 24 hours. So at this point, we was thinking the absolute worst, as you can imagine, and again, went home that night. People were still going out at night time, and again, wake up the next day, do it all again. What can we do different this time? So me and Boo, we did this trail. We went out later at night after being out all day, and we did this trail from the last point he was spotted, which was on a field the next day. I forgot to mention that bit. He was spotted on a field the next day following a woman and her dog. So we went out that day and was like, right, we'll search there, just only there, and literally nothing again. We was like, how is he doing this? Like, we haven't even seen him yet. So we did a trail from this last point of where he was seen all the way up to the house. But the thing is, there was a couple of turnings, so he would have had to follow this scent, and then he probably would have had to take a guess left or right. And unfortunately, if he did take our route, we're not quite sure, but it makes sense. He must have got to the end of the road where he should have turned right and then followed it down, and he would have been home. But instead, he took the left turn. He must have got thrown off scent or scared or something like that. And then I was out by myself that day because Boo had gone back to work, Jack had gone back to work, and we was just like, we need someone out there. I was sat in my car, just waiting for him with dog food out on the field, and I was like, right, I'm just going to sit here. And I get a phone call from someone I used to go to college with, and they basically said, I've got your dog. And I was like, what, you've got him like physically in your hands, or you can see where he is? And she was like, no, I live in a cul-de-sac, and he's literally sat on the path by a bin, and we're in the middle of the road, so he can't get past us. I was like, right, give me the address, I will be there in literally 2 minutes. Get onto the car, was with Ernie, flew around there, but because it was a new estate, it wasn't on Google Maps, so she had to direct me around, and then she was basically directing me around and says, right, when you come around this corner, you'll see us. And I came around with Ernie, and literally, this is the first time I'd seen Mickey in 5 days, and I could just see him. He was sat on the path next to a red bin, dripping wet. He was absolutely soaked because it had just been raining, and he literally was just sat there with the saddest face you've ever seen. And I was just walking up with Ernie, and I was just like, oh my god, like, this is how has he done this? He's still alive, clearly, because there was always that little bit in the back of my mind where people are saying they've seen him, but you haven't seen him, so you're a bit skeptical. But there he was, sat there on the edge of the road, and basically, I gave Ernie to the person who rang me, and walked up to him, and he sort of like waved his tail. He didn't wag it, and I don't know if he was doing that to me because he recognised me, or he recognised Ernie, or he just saw another dog. But I walked up to him, and straight away it was just like, Mickey, Mickey. I did like a couple of them, and he sort of stepped up from his seated position, took 2 steps. I was like, oh no, he's gonna bolt, absolutely leg it. This is what I didn't want. So straight away, what people have told us, if you do catch eye with him, get down to a level and jump, and you're gonna have to gain his trust again, because you don't know what he's been through these past 5 days. So I got down on one knee basically, and carried on calling his name. I was like, Mickey, 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 come here, come here. And then he literally just ran at me. It was something like out of Disney. He ran at me, jumped up at my chest. I was cuddling him. He was wriggling. It was quite an emotional thing. I wish I got that on camera, but obviously I was a bit too occupied trying to get the dog back. Then he jumped off me, jumped on Ernie, was giving Ernie a massive kiss and cuddles, and it was just like, oh my god, he's back. With that, I was literally like, right, take Ernie, I'll hold Mickey, because I didn't have a bloody lead for him. So I was walking around the corner, put them both in the car, and that was it. I drove back to my house with Mickey in the back. No one knew yet. There was bloody Danny who was still out looking for him, and I was just like, right, I need to just get him home before I tell anyone. So then, got him home, started telling everyone. Everyone was on Facebook, started sharing the video. It was beautiful. Absolutely amazing. So thankful to get him back, and it's literally, everyone slates social media, but it does have its good points, and this is when people come together, when a dog is missing, and thankfully at this time, we were in luck. So basically I wanted to do this video to explain 1, why I haven't stuck to any of my New Year's goals, and 2, to literally just thank everybody who we haven't got around to thanking, because without any of you, even if you just shared the video or commented, that would have pushed that post out there and got round to, and maybe, because the last person, to be fair, I knew her, so she would have probably seen it anyway, but you never know how far you have to push a post for it to be that person who finds it. So thank you everyone so much. Not from me, this is on behalf of all of my family. I'm just the one doing the video, but thank you all so much. You don't understand how much Mickey means to us. So when everything had settled down, I did manage to capture Mickey's first arrival into the house, and I did manage to get some of my family's reactions. So I'm gonna leave them with you now. Just again, thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. I can't say thank you anymore, basically. But I'll leave you with these videos of Mickey being reunited with us, and now we can all get back on with our lives, and I can get back to doing my New Year's goals. So thank you so much, and I'll leave you with these videos. Say bye, Ern. Mickey, where have you been, eh? Where have you been? Hey, are you excited? Look at him go. Oh, Mickey, where have you been? Where have you been, eh? Where have you been? Where have you been? Where you been? Oh, mate. Oh, God. Tell him, man. Tell him off. Where have you been? Right. Mickey. Good boy. You can have one as well. Oh, God. Good boy. Where you been, eh? You've had so many people looking for you, you don't even realise how famous you are. Hey? Should we get you some dinner? Should we get you some dinner? I think you deserve some dinner. I think you deserve some dinner, don't you, eh? Oh. We'll get you a nice hot dinner, and you can have a nice bed tonight if you can. Oh. You're gonna make me so spotty, but I don't care. Okay, yo. Look at that. You don't want to be outside in that again, do you, Mickey? Just in time. Don't have to spend any more time in the rain. No more time in the rain, do you? Eh? You're such a good boy. Good boy. Boy. Yes, you are. Give him a big sloppy one, not too much because I didn't know what his digestion was going to be like, but he seems very, very, very happy with that. Oh.
Game of fractions. I'm saying no question, yeah. You're on level 5. You're not really
And that's where we call you Mick the Lick, innit?
I know. Hello. Hello, you too. I know. Where have you been? Have you given him some food? Who's English? Hello.
God, you idiot, where have you been?
Hello. 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 Oh my God, he hasn't even changed. Hello. 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 I missed you. Come on then. Oh, he loves it. Can you believe it?
He loves it. He's not feeling too bad.
Hello, you dirty stopper. Get your bummy. Hello. Oh my god. Hello. Oh, don't bite me, though, please. Hello. Yes, I know you're there. Oh, you skinny lizzy. Oh. Where you been? Oh.
He ran straight past
You
him.
rose there?
Oh, there he is. Where the you can open it. Where the hell you been?
Rose is that? I can't believe he's just been upstairs, Donald. He's like, alright, bro. What are you doing, John? He's more bothered about you, Mickey, than he is Donald.
And this makes it all worth it.
Cuddles.